All right. Let me start by saying one very important fact you need to know is that despite wind shear and warm, dry air, Hurricane Beryl is still almost a Category 5 hurricane. Fact number two you should know about Hurricane Beryl: it is now officially, or Texas is now in the cone. See that right there? This is the hurricane cone for Hurricane Beryl, and Texas is now in the cone, which means this would mathematically say Texas has a 25% chance of getting hit by this storm. But that percentage is probably higher because something very strange is happening. So the thing you need to know, number three, about Hurricane Beryl is when all the models that are trying to predict what Hurricane Beryl might do are initializing, they are initializing about 40 to 50 milligrams too high. Like right now, Beryl is anywhere between 928 millibars and 940 millibars. And this is saying it's 970 millibars. And so that's bad, which means that almost all the runs we're seeing for the models are wrong. And so if you were in Texas and Louisiana, I would definitely continue to watch this thing and have a plan, because if somehow it comes to your town and it is a Category 4 or Category 5, I sure as hell would want to hang around. If you're in Jamaica, whether this thing hits you or not, you will feel major mega impacts. So batten down the hatches and buckle up. Also, some THORnews Asteroid Fight Club woo woo territory, if you will. Saturn turned retrograde like 2.5 days ago. And Neptune just turned retrograde today, both in Pisces. And so it really wouldn't shock me if the storm did some weird curveball-y shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it's expected to hit in about a week, 6 days or so. We don't know exactly where it's going. And also Cancun. I've been told you're near the peninsula of over here. Top of the Yucatan Peninsula. I would also but batten down the hatches and buckle up. Yeah, a lot of crazy shit. I'm still hoping. My prediction was that it'll go into Mexico. My prediction could be wrong, though, because I am heavily relying on something I may or may not have made up in my head called the Atmospheric Defense Team, which uses technology to fight hurricanes. Anyhow, Corpus Christi, I love you. Galveston, Houston, I love you. East Texas, I like you a lot, and I love you, Louisiana, you're awesome. Either way, we're watching out. But look, even one of these even puts it somewhere near Florida. So yeah, shit is weird, dude. You know that. It's 2024. And some of the models are predicting it for it to be like super major hurricane when it enters the Gulf of Mexico. 910 millibars. Are you kidding me? Look, I'm not fear-mongering anybody. It's 2024, Put your big boy and girl panties on. Let's pray this thing duds out, but let's prepare for it not to, shall we? All right, how are my dudes doing in Nebraska and Kansas? Also, like Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, Minnesota, and the Dakotas have been getting hit so hard continuously the last few weeks. We're hearing about nothing about it in the news, really. We're living in interesting times. And then at any moment, the artificial general intelligence could get its shit together, decide it doesn't like us, and punch us square in the nuts. No, I don't think that's going to happen this week. And Joey M. Marino showing us that, like, Iowa keeps getting big ones. Weather Track US is like, hey, if you ever need motivation to never give up in life, get some advice from Beryl. Despite the battles of wind shear trying to tear Beryl down, she just keeps on fighting. This is evening at near Cat 5 intensity. All jokes aside, And then there's more writing on the wall. Hot dang. Look at those hot towers. And remember, the ocean is smoking. I definitely wouldn't be betting against the Gulf of Mexico. Brian McNulty, who's never moldy. But sidebar, I ate blue cheese today and it's good. I know there's some wind shear impacting Beryl, but my money is always on the ocean. It's running the show. Kind of like the sun runs the weather. Yeah. The intensity projections have been just way off. And man, Grenada just got totally smashed by Beryl. And I don't know if you remember, but last year Acapulco just got pretty much destroyed. So it's definitely be good to be on guard. Then an exceptionally dangerous situation is underway as we enter a potentially deadly, historic, and prolonged heat wave event for California and the West Coast. Protect yourself during excessive heat and stay weather ready. Weather woke, non-politically. Good news, the hurricane thing, possible hurricane we were tracking behind Beryl, is kind of milk cartoned, so that it's missing. So that's good news. We had big tornadoes in Nebraska yesterday, and then you have possibility of severe weather almost every day this week. And then to make everything weirder and stranger, you have a giant crack in Mexico. What caused it, I don't know. But, yeah, you got a giant crack in the ground. I got to say, one thing that has surprised me is you haven't had a lot of major earthquakes in the last few months, which I thought we'd get more major earthquakes, but no. All gas giants combining in the sky, kind of. All right. So I'm now on kind of hurricane time where I stay up on the late night shift. So I'll probably put out another video about 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And I'm going to try to see Jupiter in the sky. I have not seen Jupiter since the eclipse, which was really amazing here in Texas. So the total solar eclipse, whole sky went dark and there was Jupiter and Venus and then the comet probably. But I haven't seen Jupiter since. I miss Jupiter a lot. So rumor has it I could see Jupiter right before sunrise, right by the moon. So I'm trying to see Jupiter. Everybody stay cool. Don't panic. Be prepared, not scared. And we will make it through this wet rodeo. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon.